Hey guys! Sorry, I'm gonna go over here and just get on my channel on my phone as well. How are you guys? How is your day? We're starting just a couple minutes early. No, actually, it's now 8 o'clock, so we are right on time. Um, just trying to get on my channel up here on my phone as well, so I can moderate the chat up here. Not moderate, but watch the chat up here and see what's going on. Moderate, but watch the chat up here and see what's going on. Moderate, but watch the chat up here and see what's going on. Sorry about this. I only have one girl talking. I'm pretty sure Kimmy's gonna be in here shortly. Remind me tomorrow. Sorry, my computer just sent me a notification. It wanted to update and restart, and I was like, no, we just started a live, for crying out loud. Anyway, so just getting ready, hanging out, waiting for a moderator to come in. I think Kim said she would be in. She could just be running a little bit late. I've had kind of an emotional day, which is crazy. For those of you that don't know, I have two sons, both grown adults. One is a Leo, one is a Pisces. My Pisces son is he's going through some stuff, and he called today, and him and I have been on the phone for a couple hours off and on with a lot of deep stuff going on. And we know that that is what we are supposed to be doing right now with the astrology and the conjunctions and the whatnot going on out there is facing our fears, right? And in facing our fears, we're facing our baser instincts, right? We're facing the things that created who we are and what we are and how we handle life. So my son is going through a lot. He's my Pisces son. Well, he's a cusper. He's a Pisces Aries cusper, and he's going through a lot. So let's start out this video saying I just went through a very emotional 2 hours with my son, but I'm still going to be. I'm clear-headed. I made sure I got off the phone with him and placated him enough to where I can go ahead and do these readings and come in with a clear head and a meditation. So here we are. It's a couple minutes after 8 now. Still don't have a moderator. What we did last night, we started last night, what we're going to do for the next couple nights and our readings. We did air signs last night. So what we're doing is we are doing elemental readings for the signs, and we're drawing. So if you weren't here last night, what we did is we put all of the elements and their signs into my happy face mug that I don't use, but like he's so cute. Anyways, and so last night we pulled air signs, and so we read for all the air signs last night. Tonight we're going to pull another sign. Still waiting to see if we get a moderator. That's funny. My phone up there is like cricket, and my OCD is like, no, we don't do cricket. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and pull our element for tonight. Tonight, oh, I think I saw fire. That's what I think I saw. Yeah, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you're Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, tonight is your reading. Let's see if I can get this up there. Jean, thank you for showing up. I don't know if we can see this. Can we see this on one of the cameras? I don't know. It looked like I'm frozen over here. So we're going to do fire signs. Let's see if I don't know why I can't get it to show. Can you guys see fire signs? So yeah, we are going to read for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius tonight. Another thing that we came up with last night after the live is that we are going to, this weekend, we're going to do something that I've never done on my channel, and I'm super excited to do it. So we are going to do live readings. We're going to take 5 from the night. We're going to ask the moderators to capture those questions, the first 5 questions in the chat, one per person, one per subscriber. I was like, I almost said prescriber, but subscriber. So we'll do readings. We'll do one per subscriber, and you must be subscribed to the channel in order to get the free reading. So you'll be allowed to give a question, and then I'll do a reading on that question. It will be a free reading this weekend. So I don't know if I'm going to do it. It's probably going to be Saturday. It's probably definitely going to be Saturday. But we'll know more coming into this weekend, and I'll definitely announce it. But happy Monday. Yeah, today was a manic Monday for me. And then I don't know if you heard the whole thing about, I've spent the last 2 hours on the phone with my son, who was having a manic day, period, whether it was Monday or not. He was just having a manic day. So I'm coming in with clear energy now. I did have to clear my energy after that very emotional 2 hours of conversation with him. But Jean, thank you so much for being here and moderating the channel. With that being said, I hope that you all saw that I drew fire signs for tonight's readings. So again, we're going to look at Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius tonight, right? So we're going to read for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. That means that we have still 2 in the cup for the next 2 nights. We have our earth signs and our water signs. So if you're an earth sign and a water sign, please stay tuned in the next 2 nights. These also apply to your, not just your sun, but your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Or if you have a conglomerate of planets in a sign, that is definitely a sign you want to be following, right? In the readings. So one of the readers that I do watch, he has like 5 placements in Capricorn. Even though he's a Pisces, he's got like 5 placements in Capricorn. So he kind of sometimes likes to say that he's a Capricorn. He's not. He's a Pisces. But with all those influences in one house, that means that is going to influence how your day or how your life or how your interactions are going to go as well, right? So with that being said, that is where we are with this. We are doing fire signs tonight. And so I'm actually going to put this over here because I don't want to get confused with myself, because I confuse myself very easily. I don't know how or why, but let me just sit on the floor, get comfortable. I love to be grounded when I'm doing my readings. So the closer to the floor I can be, and the closer to Mother Earth I can be, the better and the happier that I am, and the clearer minded that I can be. So let's see, who are we doing first? We're going to start with Aries. Aries is going to be our first reading of the night. We are going to use, like I said last night, the Tarot de la Nuit. We're going to do readings. We did last night. We're doing tonight. We'll do the next 2 nights, and then we'll take a break, and we'll come back this weekend and do the free readings. Okay, and we're only going to do 5 free readings this weekend. But Tarot de la Nuit, I just want you guys to know, I do shuffle them a little bit differently because it's such a big, thick deck that I can't handle to do all of it, the entire shuffling in one, like holding the whole deck. So I do shuffle them a little bit differently. I'll turn this down. We're going to start with Aries. Aries, we are starting at 850. Aries, you are on deck. And I'm going to turn my camera down here. Sorry, I have readers that I watch, and I'm like, they have such great setups. I don't think I'll ever get there, but I do think that's pretty cool. So this is how I show this deck, because it's so thick and so like stiff. This is the difficult part. This is where my hands are like, oh, my hands are full. So, all right, here we go, Aries. Ooh, Aries supposed to talk about something. Okay. Aries is in a good place right now. For some reason, I'm asked to look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, all right. Some kind of message, but I think Aries already knows what this reading is going to be about, right? So Aries, you show up here as the Four of Wands. This can be so many different ways that you can read this. This can be a marriage and that contract within a love situation, right? But if that doesn't resonate for you, it can also mean the being given the paperwork to a contract for a job or a promotion, right? So, and it's also that portal card. What it means is just stepping into a new reality, into a new being or a new place in your life, right? That's that portal. A new contract, a new relationship that is where you decide between the two of you that, hey, are we going to do this? Is this going to be real, or is this just going to continue to be, like whatever, flighty, or, like a relationship where we see each other, but are we going to make this, are we going to make this a one-on-one where there's no other people, like making that commitment. So that's how you're showing up here, looking for a commitment, right? In the recent past over here, we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is like that end-all, be-all, final ending of a situation with a card. Like you're showing up in that love, in that financial stability. You've gone from the Bachelor, Bachelorette of stability to the Ten of Pentacles, which is the end all be all, like stable life, like stable income, stable relationship. Although Pentacles talks about income and finances, right? So we want to look to where you're going. And this is where it gets a little confusing here for you, Aries. You get the Ten of Swords, right? So I want to show you some of these cards. I want to show you the Four of Wands. This is my portal card. This is my moving into the next direction, right? Moving from one place to the next place. This is our matrix card where we, like the black cat didn't cross our path, so we can move into the next direction, right? You have the Ten of Pentacles over here in the recent past. The Ten of Pentacles talks about happy home, happy life, every possible thing that you need to be successful in your next, like if you're at a crossroads now, it's because you've fulfilled one place and you have a new place that a new outlook on where you want to go, right? So you go straight though into the Ten of Swords, which makes things a little bit confusing here. I'm looking at the rest of the cards, so I understand where they're coming from, but you go straight into the Ten of Swords. So how do you go from happy ever after, from everything that's making sense in your life, into a place of, whoa, hold on, it didn't show up how I wanted it to. I was happy for a minute, but now I'm finishing out a burden. So 2 tens first is amazing. Just so you know, like in numerology, 2 tens is like freaking amazing. But you've got the happiest of the tens and the saddest of the tens, right? But I feel like this sad 10 going into the future, maybe something broke up. Maybe you broke up with someone or broke up with a job. And that burden is also still saying, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to be there, because so many great things are still coming for you. Like God doesn't ask you to put something down if he's not got something already lined up for you to pick up. Like your hands are not going to be full of yesterday if you're trying to reach out for tomorrow, right? He's going to ask you to put it down because something better is on the way for you. And I don't know yet what this means other than I can see what the cards say down below. So going from the Ten of Swords, we go into Temperance, right? And Temperance talks about turning water into wine. It's that card about alchemy, right? If something isn't working completely, and I say this all the time, you guys, you know I do on my channel, our mind is our most powerful weapon. If something isn't working for you, you have the power to think it into existence or to change it by manifesting what it is that you want. And we're coming out of a really powerful manifestation time, right? But I'm not going to say that the energy isn't still there to continue to manifest. I'm just saying that the most powerful days of this manifestation period of this year, probably the most powerful manifestation period of this year, is passing us by, but it's not too late to jump on that ship, right? Get on board and say, this is how I want X, Y, and Z to be, right? Supporting the reading, you have the Five of Wands. I feel like there was some kind of disappointment. Like maybe you went one direction or you had choices to go multiple directions, maybe only two, but it could be multiple directions, right? And say you chose the wrong direction, say you chose the wrong person or the wrong job. This is just saying that there is still an out for you, right? So in a traditional tarot deck, the five of wands is just talking about that possible inner conflict. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be within a job or within family or friends. It's that conflict of maybe I didn't make the right decision, and that could be why the Ten of Pentacles goes straight into the Ten of Swords, right? Temperance is here saying have the patience that you need to decipher that for yourself, because for everyone it's going to be a little bit different, right? Depending on who you are, where you are, and your current situation. Temperance is here to say that you are supported by your ancestors and by your guides at this time. The Five of Wands shows that conflict that's supporting the reading, which is why it's saying there's a lot of emotional instability here, right? But I love how you come out with the Seven of Swords over here. The Seven of Swords is that, it's not the King of the Hill. It's that, let's see, Five of Swords is winning at all costs. Seven of Swords is that it's still winning, and it's kind of, to me, it's the culmination of the 5 and the 7, right, or of wands, whereas winning at all costs over the conflicts, right? It's coming out the victor and not the victim on the other side. So I feel like there's some kind of a war of the minds, war of the, the job, the relationship, whatever is going on. Know that you have the power within you to say, no, this is not how my story is going to end. This is not how it's going to be. I choose. Remember, listen to those words. Those are powerful. I choose to be the victor and not the victim in this situation. Okay, Aries, that is what I have for you. Thank you for letting me read for you. We are going to move on to Leo. Jean, thank you so much for being here. I know Kim wanted to be here, so she must just have been caught up at work a little bit late tonight. And again, we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to see. So we have pulled air signs and we have pulled our fire signs. So what we have left in the happy pot is the earth signs and the water signs. Like, we're saving the best for last, right? So I'm sorry, I'm not going to say that. That was so not nice to say. But we do still have the earth signs and the water signs in the pot. So fire, you got lucky tonight, and then we have 2 more elements to pull for the next 2 nights, and then we will finish off the weekend with our free readings. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. I'm actually super excited. I know I don't want to rush things, but I'm super excited to do free question readings this weekend for those who do show up this weekend. Super excited. Oh, ooh, something hidden here, Leo. Leo doesn't want to. I think I'm feeling that pride that doesn't want to say what's really going on because they're afraid of others' interpretations or being judged is what I feel like it's more about. But Leo, don't feel like that, please. You're on my channel and you're safe. So, Leo, this reading is for you, and you are showing up as the Six of Wands. Oh my God, Victor! You are a victor and not a victim. In this situation, whatever is going to be read for you tonight, know that you're showing up very victorious. You're being celebrated, acknowledged, or shown acknowledgement for a job well done. Okay? So, Leo, you also have in your recent past the Eight of Wands. So, whatever it was that, wasn't in your best interest, it's gone. It's like not just gone, it's dead, done, over with. Like the Eight of Wands is also the Cupid card, but in this deck, it's kind of like saying a whisper of winds, right? It's kind of like blowing the dart. It's how do I explain it? It's just saying leave the past in the past, because the past isn't going to serve your future, right? And it's done. It's over. And it's clearing the air and the energy for a new placement for you. The Magician. The Magician in your immediate future here. And it's talking about, manifestation overload. Like when you get the Magician, you really can't get a better card to speak for bringing balance into your life that you feel you want, need, deserve, however you want to, interpret that. But the Magician is just like, it's kind of like that standing back, doing the Fonzie thing, saying, yeah, I get what I get because I want it. It's a really great card. Oh, ouch. Oh my gosh, you guys, I knew this card was coming out and I had things I want to say about it. So the Empress comes out going from the immediate future into a little bit further down the line, right? And I call her my drunk Empress in this deck because I'm going to show you why I show her my drunk Empress. I've never seen an Empress look like she's on drugs or drunk or whatnot. Can you see this? She's overindulgent. So we know the Empress in a traditional tarot deck talks about, the beauty, having that friend that you want to buy a birthday present for, but they already have everything they ever needed, or they can afford everything, right? There's not, like, it's really hard to buy for this person. So I feel like don't personify yourself as somebody who's hard to maintain. Don't be high maintenance, right? Let people indulge you and see you as the Empress, but know that, how do I want to say it? Be able to see you also as human being, right? Like, don't pretend to be above the clouds. Be vulnerable. Show your weaknesses. Show that you also are a human being. That if you want flowers for your birthday, ask for flowers for your birthday. Yes, you can afford your own flowers. This is the highest place to be in that abundant state. But just because you're in that abundant state doesn't mean you can't still ask for help. You can't still let people know that you have wants and needs and desires as well. And I think that the reason I love her as my drunk empress is that, yeah, we all still need help. We all still need to know and be acknowledged, know that we are loved and supported, right? We don't, just because we can afford it doesn't mean we have it and wouldn't appreciate it if it was given as a gift to us. So don't be so high and mighty that people don't understand or can't relate to you. I think that's the what I'm getting here for you. Eight of Pentacles, master of your craft. So that is definitely what this is saying. Don't be so high and mighty and the master, because you're the master of your craft, and because you can do this. I'm not saying you can't. And I'm not discounting your abilities here in any way whatsoever, but don't be so above everybody that they can't relate to you, okay? Let's see what your final outcome card here is. The Ace of Wands, a passionate, fiery new beginning, something that that you are passionate about. So what I'm seeing here, all the way up to this ace, is needing to be brought back down to earth, right? Needing to be able to be relatable to other people. And then with this Ace of Wands, when you can do that, you bring into balance another new beginning. So you go from the Eight of Wands in the recent past to the Ace of Wands, right? So that's like wildfire. It's going to happen really fast as long as you can stay humble and grateful and be relatable to others. Then everything else is just going to be like wildfire, just going to blow up for you, right? So that is what I have for you. And let's see, who are we moving on to? That was Leo. Leo, that was actually a really great reading for you, Leo, because a few Leos that I know, that would be really great information for you to have at this time. And we are going to move into Sagittarius. Remember to blur signs and genders. So just because I say Empress doesn't mean it's not the Emperor, right? Just blur signs and genders. This is a general reading for all fire signs. Again, I do shuffle this deck a little bit differently because it's so thick and very stiff, and someday it's not going to be like that, I hope. Oh, wait, hold on. What happened here? Try that again. The reason I have broken down my readings into 3 signs a night is that when was the last time I did a reading? I did that reading and it was 4 hours out of my day, and I would never ask my moderators or any of you to have to sit through a 4-hour reading to get your sign. I would hope that you would come back the next day and click on the link for your sign and do it that way. But so what we're doing now going forward is the elements. Oh, sorry. The elements, and each night we'll draw for which element we're reading for. And then those are the 3 signs that get lucky for the evening. So we are on Sagittarius, right, Jean? I almost said Cam. I thought Cam was here. Ooh. This is my sexy card. This is I think it's because of the picture. This is my favorite card in this deck. He's so sexy. So Sagittarius. We are on Sagittarius. Okay. I love the King of Cups, and I'm going to show you why I love the King of Cups. The key is, look at those eyes. There's something about those eyes in this card. I feel like sometimes they're looking straight through me. So you're showing up here as the King of Cups, Sagittarius. Very Sagittarius, but I know when I look at this, it's not just about looking at the eyes. I feel like there's a lot of charisma about you at this time. There is one thing. Let's see if I can get picked up. Sorry. I don't know if I can show you what's going on here in his arm. In his arm are all these electrical, like lightning going up his arm. Like he's starting something very magnificent, right? He's starting something true and wonderful and deep down. Like it's not just in his arm. I don't know if you could see it in the picture when I held it up, but it's kind of like going up through his chest. So it's like that electrifying, like expansion that's going to happen for you. Like you feel probably on the precipice, like I do right now. And I said this to the only person I trust to read for me. I said, I feel like I'm on the precipice of something really amazing about to happen. And I feel like that's probably where Sagittarius is right now at this time as well. In the recent past, we have the 8 of Swords, meaning that there was some conflict within yourself, not within others as well, but within yourself about which direction you needed to go, right? I love your card in the immediate future because it says that you figured it out. The inner conflict, in the recent past, it just manifested or transmuted into something different quite easily for you, probably because you knew where you needed to be and where you were going. You have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands talks about your ships coming in. Maybe the recent confusion in the 8 of Swords was because you had sent out the manifestation, but it wasn't coming in, right? You were seeing signs that it was coming in, and then boom, kind of there it is, right? So we know the 2 of Wands is sending out those ships, but those ships go out into rocky waters, and we don't know if they're ever going to come back, let alone come back with something on them. The 3 of Wands says your ships, your dreams, your desires are coming back in at this time in the immediate future. You're starting to see signs that those are coming in. They're not on shore. They're not to you yet, but you see signs that say, yes, they're on their way to you. Okay, so let's move on from there. We go from the 3 of Wands into the 4 of Wands progression. Absolutely. There's confirmation right there. 3 to the 4 says, yes, absolutely. Those ships are coming in. Right? So the 4 of Wands is another portal card, but it is also, if this is about love or a relationship, or a relationship can be within a family member setting as well, right? It doesn't have to be about love in the general sense of two people as partners in a relationship. It could be about family as well. But this is talking about the ships first coming in, right, in your immediate future, but you progress from the 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is that portal card. It's that something is coming to a completion, something that you've manifested, that something that you've asked to come in for you is coming to a completion. It's coming to a contract. It's coming to an understanding or an agreement in a situation, right? So let's see what supports this reading here. And you have the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is my king of the hill, right? It is that it's that defending your position at the top, right? It's saying, yes, this is what I truly want. Like you've manifested something, and now is the time for you to confirm to the universe that, yes, this is what I want, and I'm going to defend my position at the top of the hill. It's my king of the hill. It says, supporting this reading, you need to confirm at this time that this is what you want, how you want it, and if it's not, tweak that in your manifestations going forward, right? But I feel like it's everything you've asked for up to this point. but you were stuck in your head because it wasn't coming as quickly as you wanted at one point, but you were the one holding yourself back, right? When you released this Eight of Swords, everything just fell into place for you. And then you you finish with the Eight of Cups. So you are making the decision to walk towards that manifestation that you manifested. You're seeing it clearly at this time, and you are walking towards that manifestation, right? At the very bottom of the deck, when I flipped it over, you have the Temperance. You've been patient, even though at times with this Eight of Swords, you acted out of impatience, right? Patience got you here. Holding on, getting out of your head, making the decision to get out of your head. Valerie, hello. Thank you for joining us. You made the decision to get out of your head with that Temperance card. That's that turning water into wine. That's that turning doubts into to being inspired, right? So say you're doubting things in your mind, and then waking up one morning going, you know what? I am inspired to decide that I am going to not live that life. I'm not going to seek those doubts. I'm going to change into a positive mindset. And when all of that happens, look at how your reading turns out, Sagittarius. So that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to flip this up here because we are done with our third sign for tonight on the fire elements. And now we get to just sit around and chat like we did last night. Wow, we got through those a lot quicker tonight than we did last night. I think we finished at 50 minutes last night. So that's kind of cool. I'm really excited about doing this the way I've broken it down because, oh gosh, what day was it? I sat here for 4 hours and read for you guys. And I love that I've broken it down and we're getting to spend a little bit more time, a few more nights together with each other. I appreciate that. I have different moderators and enough moderators that, none of you feel like you are tied to being here every single time that I have to do this. So Kim must have taken the night off, and I she deserves it. She does it does a lot for me, and hopefully she'll come in and do the timestamps for these. I will go ahead and change the title of this to Fire Signs, and I think I still need to go in and change the title of last night's air signs. So what we do have left on the table or in the mug, in the happy face mug, is our earth signs and our water signs. So I can't wait to see what we do tomorrow. I will be back at 8 o'clock again tomorrow. And then again, I'm going to announce that we are going to do free live readings this weekend. It's going to be, I'm going to limit it at this time to 5 questions. Whoever puts out the first 5 questions of the night, 1 question per person. They need to be subscribed to the channel for 1 in order to put out a question. And then the first 5 questions, I will do a live reading for you guys here on the channel. And I'm super excited about that. You don't even know. Like, I can't wait to get through all these elements just so I can get to the weekend and do those readings for you guys. But ladies, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you got something out of it, or just hung out and we're here supporting the channel. Please, anybody who sees this video going forward, leave a thumbs up and help us circulate the channel. I really don't want to grow it that big. I like it small because I feel like I'm not letting anybody down if I well, not too many people down anyways. If I have a really rough day and can't show up, and I think something was testing me tonight. My son that I don't talk to a lot, my oldest son, he did call tonight, and we spent 2 hours on the phone hashing out some stuff that, he has some shadow work that he's going through. And anyways, I almost didn't make it to my live tonight. luckily he let me go so I could finish out what I had to do. He's a Pisces Aries cusper, so he does have a lot of crazy energy going on within him, especially right now. But yeah, I almost didn't make tonight's live because of that. You guys, look what I just found under the table. At some point, I lost a part of the deck under the table. I didn't even see that happen. I was like, what's cold under my knee? And it was part of the deck. Obviously, they weren't supposed to be part of the reading tonight. But yes, I did have a healing. I think the beginning of a healing. I'm not going to say that we healed a whole lot. I think that the rift there with my oldest son, who has all these crazy energies and has had all his life. We opened it all up. So sometimes you have to open up a wound in order to heal it, right? And I think that's where we're at this point. But I got a good 2 hours in with him, and then I asked him to allow me to talk to him again tomorrow, so that I could, do what I needed to do and be here to help y'all too. But he's okay with that, and yeah, that's where I am with that. A lot of stuff going on. You're so welcome. Yes, it is wonderful. Him and I haven't talked for a year, so it was nice to be able to have him. Like, he called, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" My son called me, and I immediately got worried that something was wrong because I allow my children to have their boundaries and have their free space, and he needed that, and because of what had happened at that time. And I just allowed him his space, and I knew that he would reach out when the time was ready, and tonight was that night. But that's okay, and then I'll have some more time with him tomorrow, and we will work on some more things with him. And I wish him all the best. Like, mothers love their children, and sometimes we have to. Did David come in? I didn't see David come in. Did he come in? You guys, now I'm going to pull back. I'm going to look back. I see you talking to him, but I didn't see him come in. But yeah, if he's, oh, there he is. I see. Gosh, you guys, it's right there in front of my face. No, hey, how are you? Thanks for coming in. We did fire signs tonight, so if you had your sun, moon, rising, Venus in a fire sign, or a whole lot of planets in a fire sign, then that reading is going to be for you. But if not, the next 2 nights we still have the earth signs for, the earth signs and the water signs. And it's funny because when I talk about these that I'm doing right now to people at work, they're all like, well, I want you to do water tonight. And I'm like, well, then come in and bring your energy in so I pull your cards, or, earth. And these are the two that more people want to hear about than the first two. So it's like, okay, if you ever think about when you have a really big job to do and you're overwhelmed with how much you have to do, I've always thought that you chew off the littler or the easier pieces and get down to the heavier pieces. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff. And so, yes, last night's reading was 50 minutes. Tonight's is a little bit shorter. We're at 43 right now. But I feel like we're going to get into some heavy, meaty stuff with these next 2 elements in the next 2 nights. So, yes, everything is well. Everything is well in my life, and I hope everything is well in yours as well. But yeah, we have 2 more elements to do, and then this weekend we're going to do the free readings. So, is there anything you guys want to suggest going forward with the channel? I know I have Valerie and Jean in here as moderators, and Clavin, you're a follower from day one. So if you guys have any more suggestions, I would love to hear it. Like I said, I'm going to be here more often now. I'm in that position that I've been waiting 6, 7, 8 months to be in, to get back to. But if there are suggestions, you guys, something outside of what I've already spoke of, please let me know. Thank you. I hope you've been doing better, Raylan Jasmine. You have a stellium in Virgo? Yep. Okay. Well, then one of the next 2 nights is going to be for you too, Valerie. Yeah, Clara, did you get that job? I forget that. I know when I set these lives up, it allows me to either make live chat available after the live, and I forgot to select that. So I hope that, because if not, then people watch these videos and they're like, who is she talking to and what is she talking about? Because they can't see what you guys are saying over here in the live chat. But I do try to be cognizant about doing that. And tonight I wasn't. I was just in a hurry after my son. Trying, Jean, appreciate the concern. Time limit, 1 minute per message for me. Well, okay, I did. You guys, that is my fault. I want chat to be something that we can, the moderators can moderate easily. So I do have slow mode on so that you can only put up one thing per minute. And the reason I want to do that is especially when I ask for the 5 questions for 5 free readings this weekend. I am definitely going to have slow mode on so that we're not getting everybody bombarding the chat with their questions, and that the moderators have a chance to write down capture the first 5 questions. And so I'm trying this mode out right now. Trying to appreciate the concern. No, Kimber, did you get the job? Oh, Jean. No, you know what's the weirdest thing? I never even heard back from them after my second interview, and I know the second interview went really well. So I'm thinking somebody else, did even better, and that's okay. It just means it wasn't for me at that time. I was kind of blown away that a company that big doesn't reach out to you and let you know that, hey, thank you for your interest, but we're going with a different candidate at this time. So yeah, no, I never heard another thing back from them, which was weird to me, because I know I've definitely reached out to people who took the time to interview with me, especially if it was a second interview and waiting on a third. I would definitely. So I was just blown away. No, never heard anything. Just up in the air. So it wasn't for me at this time, but it was a really great experience just to get to go through all that interview process. So I see you're talking to me. I was talking because I know Cloud has been trying to get on with a dispensary. So I don't know if he did or didn't. Looks like he didn't. Didn't know what was an option, Valerie. The slow mode or the no matter what, you guys, I love you guys for being here, and I love you for supporting the channel, and I send so much love and light to all of you at all times. You have no idea. Jean, I keep trying to reach out to you, but I'm so busy, and I'm like, I'm just happy to live my life. Like, get through one day to the next. Different from when I went through that process. So anonymous, yes. Thanks, Jean. Yeah, the slow mode. So slow mode limits you to making, not necessarily my moderators, but to the people in the chat room, it limits them to 1 comment per minute. So this is really important when you have, if I was Nicholas Ashbaugh, right? And he's got, his chat just goes. I don't need it at this time. I'm just trying it out so that, because I do have a feeling that it's going to be on fire. when we do this weekend's free question readings, right? It's going to be on fire. People are going to be throwing it out there, and it's going to be going so fast. Or maybe not this weekend, but in the future going forward, that it's going to happen so fast that or people are going to throw multiple questions out there. I want them to only be able to throw one question out there, and the moderators be able to capture that question for me and let me know what the question is and who asked it, unless that person can re-ask the question or that I can scroll back. I don't want it to be flying so fast that I can't capture those questions as well. Right. So yeah, that was what the whole purpose behind the slow mode is, and me trying out the feature. I've been trying it out actually, and this is the first time somebody's brought it up. I've actually tried it out the last 3 times I've gone live, and I really like it, because then I know I'm not always looking at the chat with you guys and chatting with you, but when I can, it gives me a chance to catch up, so to speak, and not lose my place in the reading. Yes, I was meant for something else. I do feel it's funny because Jean, you were here. I think Valerie, you were here too when I started this new job. It was insane. It was insane, and I know I went through the 5 weeks of training first, and my trainer told me, she's like, "Give it 6 months, Kim. Just give it 6 months, and you'll wake up one morning and be like." I got it, and I did. And I was just talking to her the other day, and she's like, "You made it your 6 months, Kim. You made it your 6 months. So what do you feel like?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's boring now." Like, where I was stressed out before, my job is now boring. But I still work. I've gotten myself down to 50 hours a week. So I still work quite a bit, but it's only 10 more than most people do. So it's I'm doing my job. I'm doing my freight manager's job because I don't have a freight manager at this time. So I'm doing my job and the freight manager's, and still only managing to stay there for 50 hours a week versus the 77 that I was doing when I first started. So yeah, no, it's fine. I'm actually kind of bored with my job. I feel like I conquered the mountain. Now I need something a little more challenging, which I don't know why I want something more challenging when I just went through that huge challenge and I was so stressed out. But I need something. It feels like, how, I don't know if you guys have ever done it where you conquer the Rubik's Cube. I feel like I've conquered the Rubik's Cube and I see the black cat in the Matrix and I'm like, ooh, time to follow the black cat. Find something new to do. But and that's sad because I really do think that this job is, if I wanted to sit back and relax, it'd be easy. It'd be easy to do. But this is why I also have the time to come back and do these lives with you guys and even hang out like this, is because my job got easy. My job, all the stress and all the craziness, it was just learning to do things in a different way, because with Amazon, everything is so this way. And this job is like, woo, left field, right field, center field, kind of thing. But I figured out how to be left field, right field, center field all at the same time too. So, and I also have hired some really amazing assistants that have stuck it through with me and support me really well at work. So I haven't had to be that for them as well. Or I am that for them, but I haven't had to go crazy like I was when I took over the store. You feel like a snail? Why do you feel like a snail? Oh, because of the slow mode. I'm sorry. We're back on slow mode. Clavin, you better be here this weekend and get a free reading. You better have a question ready and get one of the first 5 questions in there and get yourself a reading. Yeah, it is a lot of hours, but it's okay. I don't have a life. I don't need a life. I'm good. I'm good. I feel in a really great place right now, a really great place. And I feel like I'm on the precipice of something super amazing about to happen. So I'm not stressing it. It's going to happen in divine timing, as everything should. We shouldn't rush things. Um, give him one now? Should I? Do you have a question, Cloud? Do you have a question for me? I'll do it. Let's see. I want to stay under an hour, and we got 5 minutes. If you have a question, I'll do a quick reading for you. But I'm going to switch over to my Golden Art Nouveau cards. Okay? We're going to switch from the... I really want to save the Tarot de la Nuit for these 4 nights. Okay, so if you have a question or a concern that you want me to read for you, I will pull out my trusty favorite deck in the world for you. This really is, you guys, my favorite deck in the world. Come on for your reading. And you won't even have to be in the circus this weekend. If you have a question. If not, go ahead and save it up for this weekend. He's typing. Is he? Give me just a second. I'm going to go off camera for just a second. Okay, guys?